Welcome to ASTE 6120. As your instructor, I'm going to guide you through a series of objectives that we're going to accomplish in the course. I really want you to gain a factual understanding of statistics, not just the statistical procedures, but also the terminology we use in our profession. We are going to develop really specific skills and competencies we use as professionals in agricultural education, agricultural communications, or an extension education that allows us to analyze, interpret, and report statistics. You're also going to learn to apply course material to improve your critical thinking and your problem solving by doing a series of chapter activities and statistical projects. In this course, my goals for you are to discuss the methods to assess issues and the reliability of measurement instruments, to appropriately use descriptive and inferential statistics for analyzing data in SPSS, a statistical software program used in the social sciences, and then to interpret and present the results of that data in the appropriate manual of style, such as APA, MLA, or Chicago style. The statistics covered in this course range from the simple measures of central tendency and variability to frequency tables, frequency distributions, hypothesis testing, correlations, t-tests, one-way ANOVAs, ANCOVAs, regression, multiple regression, chi-square, and possibly categorical data if we need to go beyond chi-squares. I really want you to be successful in this course since it is completely delivered online. So there are a few resources I need you to use to accomplish our learning outcomes and our idea evaluation objectives. First off, Canvas is going to be your major source of all information in this course. In Canvas, we have the home page where you will be able to start here on the navigation bar, go through a small introduction about myself, as well as the steps you need to take to make sure you can complete course content. I encourage you to look at the home page of your Canvas course site because for every week there's a chapter and there's a link to a page for that chapter that will provide you all of the content you need for that week, including your learning objectives, your reading synopsis, your online lectures, resources, and your assignments. I need you to purchase your textbook. Andy Fields has written what I find to be a somewhat humorous but easily understood statistics textbook titled Discovering Statistics Using SPSS. I gave you a site under Sage Pub where you can buy it, but Vital Source is a great place where you can rent the textbook for $35 for 180 days. And that earlier editions, such as the first, second, or third, will not work for this course because they don't have the same chapter tasks, the same data sets, and quiz information that we're using from the fourth edition. And then, because I do want you to actually learn to analyze these statistics and interpret the results from an SPSS output, you need to have the SPSS Standard Grad Pack software. Check out your syllabus because I give you great detail and places where you can go to get that software package as a Utah State University student. Now, since SPSS might be new for some of you, I want you to know that there's a lot of resources out there to help you. I'm one resource, but I'm not the only resource. So Andy Fields, our textbook author, provided self-test questions that accompany his textbook at the following website, and you can just test your knowledge and see what you understand and don't understand, and then write questions to me and talk to your peers so that you really get a good understanding of the content. and your knowledge of what it is you already know and what you need to know. Andy also has a number of video tutorials on statistics that are accessible on his YouTube channel. So I encourage you to check that out because it could be a helpful source for knowing how to run certain statistical procedures in SPSS. And then he teamed up with Sage Publications that offers a program called Mobile Study. And it presents key textbook extracts and additional content tailored for smartphones or tablets. And so in your textbook, especially on the online version, you can look for this mobile study icon, and that will let you know that there's more information to grasp. The textbook also has QR code items in the chapters, and if you have a QR code reader on your smartphone, you can click on that and access other resources that could help you in that chapter's information. Now, the other reason I really like this book is that it does provide data sets. Sometimes that's the hardest thing to do, is to find a data set where you can actually run a statistical procedure like a correlation, a t-test, ANOVA, a regression, knowing that it's actually going to work and give you the output you need to learn how to run the data and to interpret it. So Andy Field provides data sets to use for very specific chapter activities and your statistical projects that I'm going to give you to test your knowledge. Now, with your statistical projects, I will allow you to do one of two things. If you don't have existing data from a pilot study or your own data from your master's thesis or dissertation, I will provide you data sets to use so that you can run t-tests, correlations, and multiple regression. But if you have your own data from a pilot study or a work of some other project, then you can use that data for your statistics projects. If you have your own data, will you please discuss it with me to make sure it's suitable for the project and that I don't set you up for failure, because the data itself will not be feasible to be able to run the tests that you need to learn those statistical procedures. And I understand that if you are from a different major than agricultural extension education, it's great to have you in this class. But that does mean we need to make sure we're consistently reporting our research. And we can do that in multiple ways through MLA, APA, or Chicago Manual. So I want you to help me out in making sure I know what manual of style you will use to report your chapter activities and your statistical projects. Email me by January 23rd with what manual of style you will use. If you're not sure, go talk to your professor advisor. But typically, if you're in agricultural or extension education, APA is the style of choice. Now we're going to do a variety of course activities in ASTE 6120. For one, when you look at our course schedule, you will see I have assigned chapter readings. And for every chapter, there will be brief lecture presentations. I provide a handful of presentations covering the objectives of that chapter that range from 3 minutes to 15 minutes long. That way, they're broken up and chunked into the different topics, and it might make it easier for you to go back and review things you don't know, or to quickly refer back to that information when you work on projects or assignments. I also wanted to create a place that would allow you to post questions, resources, and tips. So in the discussion tab of Canvas, there is a discussion topic titled Statistics Forum. And what I want you to be able to do is to post questions, resources, and tips that are going to help your peers. So if you have a question about an assignment, a statistical procedure, or just a topic that's discussed in the textbook, post it on Canvas in that discussion forum. Wait for one of your peers to respond. I'll check in, see about the answer. I'll also chime in on responses. It's also a great place if you found a resource that would help your peers maybe understand a topic better, elaborate on something, that you can post that information there so they can go to it. Or if you have any tips for them as you are doing your assignments, you can post that information there too. It's anonymous, it's not a requirement of the course, but I just wanted a place where you guys could safely interact with each other over content so that you can have discussion outside of graded projects. And then I do want you to check out your assignments. I do assign weekly exams over chapter content, statistical chapter activities, and discussions that you have to accomplish by specific deadlines. And so you really want to keep up to date on what the assignments are for every chapter by going to that home page, clicking on the week's chapter, and then seeing what you have to do, or checking the assignments tab in Canvas so you don't miss a deadline. I want to talk to you a little bit about the policies. Since this is not a work at your own pace class, deadlines cannot be missed. So check your chapter pages and your assignments for your deadlines. In the event that something happens, we all have emergencies in life. You need to contact me at my phone number or my Canvas inbox email to reschedule your assignment due date and to communicate with me when something happens so that I can help you continue learning but handle the stress of what might come from an emergency and you need to keep up to date with a class. So please communicate with me frequently, and to make sure that you don't miss an assignment, you reach out to me and make sure that I'm aware of what's going on and that we've approved that emergency and have set new deadlines so that you don't fall behind schedule and miss something in the class. I am going to do something called online office hours. Since we're at a distance, we really don't get to talk face to face. And I feel like there'll be times when you want help with assignments or you're going to have questions. We're going to use Canvas tools to talk. The first thing I want us to do is conferences. This is a great place that has video and audio features where we can talk online during a time that's convenient for you and me. What I want you to do is email me when you have a question or comment. Schedule a time to talk, and we can do that. It could be in the morning, it could be in the evening. Let me know what your schedule is like so that we can make it feasible. And if you happen to be on campus, come in and schedule a time to talk face to face. I'd love to work with you guys on your projects. I just need to know when you'd like to do it. Something else I'm going to try is the scheduler. In the calendar, I have blocked out Thursday evening from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. for you as a class. And you can go and sign up for an online office hour that can be about 30 minutes at time. And that will give you a chance to have private, scheduled time to talk to me about anything you want in this course. And I'm hoping that by you signing up and using the scheduler and Canvas, that it's going to be a great way to keep up our communication since we don't get to meet face to face. I do want to talk to you a little bit about how we are going to communicate since it's a completely online class. The first thing I want to do is let you know that all communication will be disseminated from Canvas. I use announcements for the weekly and messages that I send you. I use the Canvas inbox also to disseminate information. So what I need you to do is set your notification preferences in Canvas to receive those weekly messages. For your assignments, such as the statistics matrix, the chapter activities, or the statistics projects, you're going to upload Word files to Canvas so that then I can read them and then comment and edit them using a feature in Canvas called Crocodoc. That really helps me be able to provide you the fastest feedback on your assignments. So I will require you to submit all of your assignments electronically that way. Your quizzes will be done through Canvas also, and what it will do is it opens up, you'll be able to take your quiz, you'll see your score, but it's not until after the quiz is over that you'll be able to see your scores. So you have to wait till the deadline of when the quiz must be administered. I do this just to prevent any cheating that could occur if you know people in the class. So Please make sure you're aware of how to submit electronic files in Canvas and how to use the quiz features in Canvas. And then the last thing I want to cover on this slide is the grade dispute. At times, we could make mistakes entering grades. We are all human. It happens that you type in an 89 when you meant a 98. But there's other times when something could be misgraded. So what I want you to do is wait 24 hours to really think about your assignment. Look at the rubrics, look at the instructions, look at my comments, look at your project. And if you think that something's been misgraded, you submit a written argument within 7 days of the grade posted on Canvas. If you wait longer than 7 days, chances are you're really not worried about it and you're not staying on top of things. So that way, this makes it stay very consistent. It's a policy that I hold all students to, so there's no favoritism. And then I will make sure that any questions you guys have are all handled properly in a timely manner with written arguments and responses for our records. What I want you to do is this week, make sure that you read the syllabus and you look at your course schedule and you check out the Canvas page. If you have questions or comments about this course, direct them to me through the Canvas inbox, and I'm more than willing to help you through it. I will enjoy working with you this spring semester.